Genesis. Show my hardcore is.
Hey, welcome back. It's DC here with dclayborn.com, home of Genesis Strength and Conditioning. Today I wanted to give you guys basically the simplest 2-day-a-week version of probably the best conditioning, overall conditioning program that you can run on a track that I know of, or that I've ever discussed with other track coaches, other strength coaches. One that it seems very similar to Brian McKenzie's of CrossFit Endurance. There's a few changes that we've done in there that I've added in, a few tweaks that I've made based off more of an 8-week type cycle. But I wanted to give this to you so you guys can put this into your training to make sure that you're getting the conditioning that you need outside the Metcon, so you can lay that quality foundation, so everything you do on top of that is going to be better and going to be stronger and more efficient. And you're also going to be able to recover better in between workouts, in between breaks during your workouts, transitioning from exercises, and just laying that solid foundation. So like I said, this is our basically our 8-week track conditioning program. It requires 2 workouts a week. Notice I did not say 2 days a week. It is 2 workouts because you're still going to be doing stuff on the other days, and also earlier on in these days or later on that day, just within a few hours either way of it. There's just a few things to cover before we get into it. That doesn't need to be there. First one here is you're going to learn basically how to pace yourself. These are not sprints. These are going to be conditioning type runs where the goal is to get all of the runs in a certain time span or within a certain relation of each other, depending on the distance and the amount of rest. The span of the pace that you want to get them in is going to be changed and vary. And then number 2 is you want to run these 2 workouts basically 3+ days apart. Right now, going through it to kind of rebuild back my foundation now that I have that, I actually have an inhaler so I can breathe. Learning, if you didn't see a post a couple weeks ago about it, but learning that I had exercise-induced asthma, it wasn't because I was out of shape. Kind of got me to actually look forward to kind of doing this type of work again, because I know I'm going to be able to progress at it at a much faster rate now. I run this stuff basically Monday evenings and then Thursday evenings, giving me those 3 good solid days apart, judging on how you calculate your days of the week. I say it's 30. If you want, you could do Monday, Friday, but there's other stuff that I do. Just 2 to 3 days. Give yourself a break. Don't run them back to back if at all possible. Week 1, you're going to start with basically 8 200-meter runs. Like I said, not sprints. Every 200 meters needs to fall within 2 to 3 seconds of each other. So if you're running 35s, 33s, whatever you're running, whatever that time is, good quality pace, each one should fall within either 2 to 3 seconds, faster or slower of that for all 8. You're going to run all 8 of these on the 2 minutes. So you're going to start the clock, you're going to run your 200 meters. If you finish at 33, then that leaves you the remainder of that 2 minutes. So 1:27 to rest. And at that start of that 2-minute mark, you're going to run your second one. So you'll run 8 of those, and that's basically it today, including the warm-up, no more than 30 minutes, 16 minutes worth of running, and then, warm-up, quality warm-up, and a lap or 2 walk, cool down to just kind of getting back to normal. Day 2 is going to be your long-distance fun stuff if you are not a runner. I look forward to this day. I hate this day. Anyway, starting out nice and easy, you're going to go 2 800-meter runs. Your span there is plus or minus 10 to 15 seconds. The longer the run is, the more chance of, the harder it is to pace yourself and maintain that pace. So it kind of opens up 10 to 15 seconds there on either side. That is the goal. You want to rest 3 minutes in between these. So there's not going to be an every minute on the minute, every 2 minute on the 2 minute. Basically just 3 full minutes of rest. Week 2, 10 200 meters runs, just like week 1, except we're adding 2 more. Same rules apply, 2 to 3 second variation, and then again on 2 minutes. Workout 2, 3 800s. plus or minus 10 to 15 second pace. If you're hanging in this, then try to push really within that 10 to 12 and really start hammering the same time every time you come in, and start speeding it up if you're able to. Again, a 3-minute rest in between each 800-meter run. Week 3, having some fun. 12 200-meter sprints, plus or minus 2 to 3 seconds. Again, you're on 2 minutes. Week 3 here, 4 800-meter runs, plus or minus 10 to 15 seconds. Again, a 3-minute rest in between. Week 4, we start back over. You're going to go 8 200-meter sprints again. Same rule applied to plus or minus 2 or 3 seconds on your variation. But you're going to go on every 90 seconds. So this should actually trim your rest down to a little, slightly under 60 seconds. So this is going to be tough, and I can pretty much guarantee that this one is going to be your hardest one to get used to and keep that pace, because you're going to be used to running this speed with less rest. So really make sure that you focus. Week 4, on the workout 2, week 4, same rule apply. 2 800-meter sprints or 800-meter runs, plus or minus 15 seconds. This time you're only resting 2.5 minutes. So again, pay attention to that pace. Week 5, you're back to 10 200 meters. Again, 2 to 3 seconds, 90 seconds again. And then the second workout is 3 800 meters, plus or minus 10 to 15 seconds. Again, 230 on your rest. Week 6 is going to be your final 200 week and your final 800 week. You're going 12 of them again, 2 to 3 seconds. Keep that pace. 90 seconds rest in between. This should start making that machine. Second workout is going to be your 4 800s. It's going to put you right around 2 miles again, plus or minus 15 seconds. You have 230 rest in between. Again, pace is going to be the key on both of these days. Week 7, we start changing stuff up because this is an 8-week program. If you have longer than 8 weeks, then really you can use week 7 as a deload week, making it either taking your pick between week 7 or week 8 to run to kind of test yourself, and then start it back over, hitting faster times and faster paces on both of these. Or if you want to kind of hit it in that week 8 cycle and then switch to something more, and you should start transitioning more into Metcons, a little less on the base track conditioning type stuff. Your week 7 is going to consist of 6 300-meter dashes, sprints, runs, whatever. I still have that track mindset. 6 300-meter runs, plus or minus 3 to 5 seconds, and you're going to go on every 2 minutes and 30 seconds. The best way I recommend you do this, so your brain doesn't, you don't have that brain fart in the middle when you feel like death, is just go ahead and set the timer up to just beep every 2:30. Or if you just have a basic stopwatch that you just run and you don't want to reset and have to think, just write it out, 2:35, 7:30, 10, on and on, so you know exactly when you need to be going if you don't have the ability to stop and restart the clock each time. Your second workout that day, we've just flipped them. You have 3 600-meter runs, plus or minus 7 to 10 seconds. It's a little, the pace is a little shorter window than the 800s, a little faster than the 300s. You're going to rest 2 full minutes in between. This is going to be rough, especially if you're able to keep a good quality pace going. And then finally, week 8, you have 10 100-meter sprints, and these are going to be sprints because the goal is to keep them 1 to 2 seconds, variation. So really, it's going to be one. You should be, unless you just legs totally just crap the bed, this should be probably the easiest one to keep pace on, because we want full all-out sprints. Make sure you get good and warm before you really hammer these. You're going to go on every 60 seconds, so it should give you anywhere from 50 to 45 to 50 seconds to rest and recover before you hit the next one. And then finally, workout number 2 for week 8 is going to be 3 1-mile runs. Sounds like a blast. Here I'm not really worried that much about the pace. The goal is to shoot for the same time all 3 runs, but more importantly, you're going to go 1-to-1 work to rest ratio, and this is going to kind of see where you are on that longer stuff, where you are, how good you are in your pacing, and how good those legs can maintain more of that power endurance and keep that pace going for multiple runs. So there's all 8 weeks. Appreciate you checking out this video. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know. Either comment below, hit me up on Facebook or Twitter. Yes, I just said Twitter. Other than that, appreciate you checking it out. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Check out the links below. Now you guys know, and knowing's half the battle.
Genesis. Show my hardcore is, you know what I'm saying? Yo.